Vladimir Putin was born in 1952 in Leningrad, USSR, and now is known as St Petersburg, Russia. He served around 15 years in the KGB currently. He is the president of Russia and is the second longest current serving European president, after Alexander Lukashenko. He was also the prime minister from 1999 to 2000, and again from 2008 to 2012. So in this video, we are going to discuss about who is Vladimir Putin. But before getting into the video, smash the like button and do subscribe our channel for upcoming videos. Russian leader Vladimir Putin was born in 1952 in St. Petersburg, then known as Leningrad. After graduating from Leningrad State University, Putin began his career in the KGB as an intelligence officer in 1975. Putin rose to the top ranks of the Russian government after joining President Boris Yeltsin's administration in 1998. Becoming prime minister in 1999 before taking over as president. Putin was again appointed Russian prime minister in 2008 and retained his hold on power by earning re-election to the presidency in 2012. Following the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, he retired from the KGB with the rank of colonel and returned to Leningrad as a supporter of Anatoly Sobchak, 1937 to 2000, a liberal politician. On the latter's election as mayor of Leningrad, 1991, Putin became his head of external relations and first deputy mayor, 1994. After Sobchak's defeat in 1996, Putin resigned from his post and moved to Moscow. In 1998, he was appointed deputy head of management in Boris Yeltsin's presidential administration, in charge of the Kremlin's relations with the regional governments. Shortly afterwards, he was appointed head of the Federal Security, an arm of the former KGB, and head of Yeltsin's Security Council. In August 1999, Yeltsin dismissed his prime minister Sergei Stepashin together with his cabinet and promoted Putin in his place. In December 1999, Yeltsin resigned as president, appointing Putin as acting president until official elections were held. In early 2000, he was re-elected in 2004. In April 2005, he made a historic visit to Israel for talks with Prime Minister Ariel Sharon, the first visit there by any Kremlin leader. Due to term limits, Putin was forced to leave the presidency in 2008, but not before securing the office for his protege Dmitry Medvedev. Putin served as Medvedev's prime minister until 2012, when he was re-elected as Russia's president. Putin's article on World War II. To mark the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II in 2020, Putin published an article attempting to reframe the events of the war to suit his current political goals. His lengthy article tried to absolve the Soviet Union of blame for its collaboration with Nazi Germany under the 1939 Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, which divided most of Eastern Europe into German and Soviet spheres of influence. There were striking differences between the Kremlin's interpretation of the war and those of independent historians. The governments of Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania all spoke out against Putin's suggestion that they willingly relinquish their sovereignty to occupying Soviet forces. Poland called out Putin's claim it was responsible for its own invasion by Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union in 1939. The Russian embassy in Berlin later emailed multiple historians suggesting they use Vladimir Putin's article when preparing future lectures on history. Many German historians spoke out against the Kremlin's attempts to distort historical truth. One historian suggested the article could instead be used as a primary source to teach students about Putin's exploitation of history and for his clumsy and shameless attempt to force historians into his service. Interesting facts about Vladimir Putin. He owns a palace in a forest. Putin's enormous home, nicknamed Putin's Palace, is an Italianate palace complex located on the coast of the Black Sea, in Krasnodar Krai, Russia. The complex contains a main house, an arboretum, a greenhouse, a helipad, an ice palace, a church, an amphitheater, a guest house, a fuel station, an 80-meter bridge, and a special tunnel inside the mountain with a tasting room. Vladimir Putin went to law school. Vladimir Putin was born in 1952 in Leningrad, Russia, now called St. Petersburg. He and his parents lived in a shared apartment with another family and attended the local primary and high school. Vladimir enrolled at Leningrad State University after high school and began studying for a law degree. After graduating with his law degree, Vladimir sought out a job in the intelligence industry and decided to serve his country at the same time. Work under coverage. From 1985 to 1990, he worked undercover as director of the Dresden Friendship House in the GDR. During that time, he was given coverage as a translator and interpreter. His fight against the food. Putin made yet another bold and inflexible action, drawing widespread public condemnation. It occurred when nations blacklisted Russia following the annexation of Crimea, and Putin responded by declaring an official boycott of food imports, destroying European foodstuff and French cheese, among other things. Olga Savaleva, a Muscovite, began an online petition to overturn Putin's decision, which quickly gathered over 285,000 signatures. Following the petition, even the Kremlin recognized that destroying food was not wise, because people were already experiencing food shortages. Putin became deputy mayor of Russia's crime capital. As the BBC reports, Putin returned to a Russia that had changed in ways that he didn't understand and didn't want to accept, according to biographer and critic Masha Gessen. His home city, Leningrad, became St. Petersburg again. But Putin moved forward. He helped Sobchak win election as mayor of St. Petersburg in 1991. Then, Putin himself became deputy mayor of St. Petersburg. According to Putin's friends in the city, opening the city to foreign investment represented one of Putin's biggest accomplishments in his role. But interestingly enough, as the Los Angeles Times reports, activities in St. Petersburg during the early 1990s also set the stage for the city to become Russia's crime capital. Putin loves spy novels. He likes reading and especially spy novels. He once said, "It amazes him how one man can achieve everything." Predictions of Vladimir Putin's death. Predictions of Vladimir Putin's death or incapacity arise regularly and often include assertions his demise is weeks or months away, or he has, in fact, already died. Many such claims are based on the pseudoscience of Kremlinology, which involves analyzing photographs and making conclusions based on facial expressions or the appearance or non-appearance of public officials at events and meetings. So coming to an end, these are the facts and brief history of Vladimir Putin. If you liked the video and find it informative, do give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for upcoming videos. That's all for today. Take care.